All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Flopbuster Movie Show Live. It's the Battle of the Final Girls, hotly anticipated episode that
Absolutely.
Gabe has come up with, and we're going to be
That's my
battling
baby.
it out, man. We're going to be talking about all things movies related, obviously. Run down the news, and then who we got here so far? We got Brett, we got Connor. It's gonna be a good time, man.
Yes, it is.
And then we have Victoria here. She's gonna mediate the battle. She's pretty much going to listen to both points, give us some time to talk. We have 16 players to get through, so we got some girls to talk about.
We
here.
do. And whoever is the winner at the end is going to get this nice championship belt.
That you can buy at Walmart right now.
Absolutely.
Connor says nice belts.
Yeah, man. So it's been a busy week. We've been watching all of these movies. Obviously, the girls you've been taking notes for.
Yes.
And then me as well. And then we've also been seeing a lot of movies, TV shows, a lot of things to talk about this episode.
There is. Before we get into what we've watched and all that stuff, just so you guys know how the bracket's going to work, the first level is just basically us making our plea for the argument and who's the better final girl. After that, the second round, the Elite Eights, basically, what we're going to do is we're going to pit each one against their antagonist.
Yeah.
So it'd be, for example, I don't know,
Lori and Michael.
Lori and Michael, right? How would, let's say Grace do against Michael, what have you?
Gabe being like Adam Cole, baby, and stealing Adam Page's belt.
And then for the final four, we thought that it would be nice to do the most popular. Who's the most popular based on popularity?
Right.
And then for the championship, it's going to be best overall.
We want to take everything into account, and it's going to come down to everybody's votes here, too. Hey, we got Destiny in here. So this is going to be an all-out brawl of an episode.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, we got to run down the news.
Keep your wife's name.
Keep my wife's name.
But before we get to that, there's a couple of movies we've seen. So we're going to get to that controversy as well, too. But first order of business, let's talk about movies. I want the winner's screen cowboy shit. Or I'm going to ask for a refund. Guaranteed. Somebody's going to say it. Somebody's going to say it. So we saw a couple movies this week.
Yes, we did.
First one I definitely want to talk about because it came out,
The Lost City?
Yeah, it came out last Friday. We didn't get a chance to do a midnight screening. I believe we saw
it Sunday.
We saw it Sunday.
We saw it on Tuesday.
Okay, and then that Thursday we recorded our spoiler review with Destiny, who is in here on the final ghouls.
Of The Lost City?
No. We recorded our spoiler talk for X.
For X.
Yes, that Thursday.
Oh, shit.
So The Lost City is the new... Hey, Strange Monkey. Happy to have you here, buddy. So we got The Lost City with Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock.
Such a beautiful man.
He is a beautiful man. This is a movie, the type of movie that they don't make anymore, obviously.
Right.
A romantic comedy adventure.
No, romantic comedies, for the most part, for the last couple of years, have been sticking to Netflix, Hulu, streaming services.
There's Julian.
Who's a good looking Lucha Libre? We got Julian in here.
That's me, sir. That's the belt I'm bringing when we go see wrestling in Rockford.
So yeah, this is essentially, this movie relies solely on the star power of its two leads.
Yeah.
If you like those actors, you're gonna like the movie.
Yes.
Brad Pitt has a bit of a part in here too. Not a big one, but it's nice. Daniel Radcliffe. I really enjoyed this one. It gave me exactly what the trailers promised. It's a fun, lighthearted, romantic comedy. Some good bits of humor, some nice action, and just very charming.
Very charming. I like that a lot.
What did you think of The Lost City?
It was not bad. I didn't mind it. It's like the kind of movie me and my mom would probably go see together.
It is. It's got the
It was
chick
fun
flick
though.
elements.
It was kind of nice to see something that wasn't like people getting torn apart for once, which is always a good mix up.
But it was cool to see a mid-budget movie back in theaters, not like a big
and a matinee,
Marvel
which I
movie.
don't think I've ever been to a matinee. To be honest with you,
Good numbers.
It did really good numbers. It did 30 million opening weekend.
Number one, and it beat out the Batman finally.
Yeah.
Damn.
So the mid-budget romantic comedy is back. Channing Tatum is king, man.
Oh yeah,
Between Dog and this, he's killing it at the box office.
Can't wait for Magic Mike 3.
Magic Mike XXXL.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, The Lost City, thumbs up. If you guys haven't seen The Lost City, it's a fun one. Check it out. Okay, so I've seen Moon Knight. I'll talk about Moon Knight really quick. That's a character that I really enjoy from Marvel. So I'm really happy that Oscar Isaac got to play the role. Good so far. First episode is pretty awesome.
Right.
Some really cool horror elements going on there. It's Marvel. There's not much else to say. The MCU does really well when it comes to TV. I've loved every show they've done thus far. So thumbs up for me there. And you haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Yes.
You watched it?
I watched it.
Oh, I didn't know. We haven't talked about it. What did you think?
It was good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I buy Oscar Isaac with it.
Jared Leto bringing back Marvel. What a great film. No, we're going to talk about that movie in a minute.
I think it's been talked about enough.
Morbius isn't safe. We're talking about Morbius.
Keep Morbius' name.
But Moon Knight, thumbs up so far?
Yes.
Thumbs up so far. Cool. All right. And now, guys, we're going to talk about something.
Wait, I want to say I saw Nightcrawler for the first time.
Oh, Victoria did see Nightcrawler for the first time.
I gave it 5 out of 5.
Nightcrawler is a fantastic movie, one of my favorites. I've been wanting to show Victoria Nightcrawler for the longest time. And one night we were watching movies all day, West Side Story, which I did see this week.
I thought it was just okay.
I really loved it. I thought it was charming. I thought it was nice. I'm not a big musical guy,
Yes,
but
you are.
I am. I like musicals.
Yeah,
but In the Heights, I love. This
Don't
one was good, but that one I liked a lot. But you like Nightcrawler.
Yes, I love Nightcrawler. Sorry, I'm laughing at Julian's comments.
We
Yes.
don't talk about Jada. No, we're talking about Jada.
No, he's talking about we don't talk about Jada.
But
Is
real
it
quick,
Bruno?
Atlanta season 3 is back. Let me just say, if you guys haven't watched Atlanta,
Oh yeah,
I absolutely love Atlanta. Donald Glover is a genius writer.
he really is,
the
man.
TV show from the jump is great, and I'm glad it's back after 2 long years of not having Atlanta. It's finally back. So go check out Atlanta if you haven't already.
Cool. So we've had a lot of really good entertaining things this week. Another show I want you guys to watch is Winning Time. If you love sports, watch Winning Time. It's an amazing show. John C. Reilly, all about the 70s Showtime Lakers. Real quick, let's play a clip. Now, this is something that's been in the news, and we're going to talk about it.
I pulled up to the house about 7 or 8, and I yelled to the cat,
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I'm going to.
So that as you can see, that's
I
exactly
personally love
how it
when
went down.
I love when he says, "I'm going to." Like, relax.
So at the Oscars, Coda won, which should be this thing that we're talking about. Is that a really charming family
Not
film?
only
Won.
that, then I don't want to get into it because then we're gonna.
Yeah.
But I just want to say that Will Smith won Best Actor.
He won Best Actor.
Okay, and that should be his crowning achievement.
And he ruined it.
And well, I don't think he ruined it. I'm sorry, I don't condone a lot of stuff, but I feel like Jada's a little bit toxic, and it got into Will's head.
Yeah.
Because Will was laughing. Will thought the joke was funny.
Yeah.
And then he looks over at Jada, and Jada's like side-eyeing. And then, okay, so he has to stand up for his woman. But today I saw another clip where Jada was actually laughing at Will Smith standing up and slapping Chris Rock. So I just feel like that whole thing, like I think Will's going through some stuff, and I feel sorry for him. But, I mean, that should have been his crowning achievement was that night.
It's shameful. It really is, Connor. Yeah, I agree. Honestly, with all the memes and stuff, it just sucks. To me, the Oscars are a moment to talk about so many things. It's a big event for me, and the past few years, it's fallen off the cliff. I don't like what I see out of the Oscars. This is just like whatever. Like I love Will Smith. I love Chris Rock.
I think
it's just shameful.
Yeah, I think the Oscars are trying to, get
those views up.
Well, yeah, get the WrestleMania on.
Yeah.
Imagine Chris Rock and Will Smith at
Uncle
WrestleMania
Phil
this
would
weekend.
be mad right now. He did not teach Will to be like that. Real quick, Brett's mentioning something that broke today, which thank you for reminding me because I should have added it to the show notes, but I just read about this maybe 30, 40 minutes ago. Handle it like a man and talk to him. It's Chris Rock. Come on. I know. I agree, man.
He's talking about Bill Skarsgård possibly starring in a remake of The Crow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, just broke not that long ago.
Not that long ago. Maybe an hour or two ago. Yeah.
I'm down. I love Bill Skarsgård.
Unless it's an April Fool's joke.
Oh shit, too.
No, it's definitely. I believe it's a true news story that was going around.
But something else that came out was they're maybe doing an It prequel for HBO Max
miniseries on It. We'll see. I don't know if
I'm
Stephen King's involved or if it's based off any of his writings, but there's a lot to go there. The mythology is there to do that.
I haven't seen The Crow personally, so I don't know, but I just like Bill Skarsgård.
I love The Crow. The Crow is an amazing film. Brandon Lee, R.I.P., was a fantastic, talented actor.
He was.
Who was just as charm. He brought that charm that his dad would bring, but in a different way. He wasn't the same type of guy. He was a different kind of actor. And yeah, The Crow is an awesome movie, man. It holds up. It's a 90s classic. It's a superhero classic. Bill Skarsgård, cool. Yeah, no, I'm definitely for it. I'm not sure about the director. He hasn't directed some great things, but I'm down for it. I like Bill, but I don't know about him being the Crow.
I like Jason Momoa better when he was attached as the Crow, to be honest.
You know what? It's such a hard role to fill because everybody's always going to think of Brandon Lee. And that's
what I thought about him and It too, I feel like.
There's only one book to go off of with the Crow. It's the graphic novel.
Is Bill Skarsgård the better Skarsgård brother over Alex Skarsgård, who was in True Blood?
Who knows? He's got another movie coming out, The Northman, so we'll see. But I definitely Bill's got the weird little creepy eye thing going on.
Right.
So
I don't know. I think
got that
Alex is
going for him.
definitely better looking.
Yeah, he
He
the
was
better look.
Tarzan.
He's Tarzan, man. So
Their
but
dad is in the Avengers too, right?
Yeah.
Or was.
he was
He was in Thor.
Peter
He was,
Sarsgaard.
Yeah, Peter.
Yeah, so he's in The Crow. The Crow's a great movie. I'm excited to see where it goes, but the director's work who's attached to this, I haven't been a fan of.
Who is it?
He directed the recent Ghost in the Shell and some other
Ghost.
a lot of
The one
very
with, what's her face?
Scarlett Johansson. So he's directed some not so great things, but we'll see. This movie has been
the Scream Awards.
Spike TV just needs to bring back the Scream. Oh man, I used to love that award show, man. They really do need to bring that back. Yeah, I agree with
that.
that.
And the Blockbuster Awards. Maybe we'll bring back Flopbuster Awards.
Let's do the Flopbuster
Well, you know
Awards.
what?
Flopbuster Awards.
You know what? Dead Meat. They did. I think it was today actually. They did an award show. Like their own little award show, like best makeup, best acting, best movie of the year. And
We don't talk about Dead Meat on this
I
channel.
love Dead Meat.
I do too. So that is the slap heard around the world.
Dead Meat, subscribe to us.
So another thing I want to talk about, because this is a guy that's been in a lot of controversy. Unwarranted now that we've heard. Connor says, do the Flopbuster
That'd be
Awards.
fun,
Well, let's do the
actually.
Flopbuster Awards,
Let's do
man.
it.
This is somebody that I loved as a kid, watched all of his movies. And lately he's done a lot of straight to DVD stuff. A lot of people say he's not the best guy. But now we find out that he's dealing with something very personal. And that's Bruce Willis is retiring from acting amid health-related issues.
Good riddance.
No.
Yes.
So I don't know, man. This is really, it's sad. It's sad. I'm sad to see Bruce go, but it makes sense why he's been doing a lot of these Redbox films. Apparently, he was really to secure
well, he's losing
security
his
for his
speech.
family, man, and his memory too.
Right, his memory. He's gonna stop understanding and words
Yeah.
and letters and stop.
It's a
memorizing.
scary thing, and it's a rumor that apparently a lot of open secret in Hollywood. A lot of directors knew about it. They've been dealing with that and him on sets for years, and it sucks for Bruce, but he's.
Isn't it called like alopecia? Does he that?
Is it alopecia?
I can't stand
No,
it.
but he's provided us with so many entertaining, great films. The Last Boy Scout, Die Hard, obviously, The
Right.
Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, Cop Out.
Damn.
Last Man Standing. That's a really underrated one. But Bruce, thank you for all the entertainment you've brought us, and thank you for letting me work on Death Wish. That was a lot of fun. I only got to see a stunt
He
double
let
on
you?
that, but he was there.
He approved you?
He was there. Bruce is a legend, man. So that was Bruce. I wanted to shout that out really
All right.
quick.
That's crazy to think about.
So that is the movie news. We've run down everything. So now we have to get on to the main show,
The main
guys.
show.
This is time. Like
Y'all
it's
really not
time.
talk about Morbius.
Oh, you guys want to know about
No,
Morbius?
watch the
No.
video.
Just watch.
Just
Watch our review.
a review video for Morbius.
Morbius was bad. It made me sad. I fucking hated it. Anyway, it's the show. It's the showdown.
It's a
Let's do
showdown. It's the final girl showdown.
It's the final girls.
Remember to
The
unmute
Sweet
yourself when you put this
16.
on.
Let's do it.
Oh.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
All
You wanna
right.
Go over the brackets again?
So,
Or-
guys, first off, so we have the brackets.
kind of behind us, but it's super,
We have the brackets behind us.
super
but
blurry.
either way, we're going to show you our first matchup.
Oh, God.
Our
I forgot-
first
I forgot we
matchup.
had these videos.
Yeah. So here's the first matchup of the night.
Yeah.
Also, I made Brett, who's in the chat, made us
Yes.
the brackets behind us, and I made all the little videos.
Yeah, so thank you, Brett, for helping us with
Thank
the
you.
brackets, man.
Thank you, Brett.
All right.
Brett's the
So
king.
you are a home team. So Tony is taking the home teams. So he is first up. I'll let the home team go first with Erin.
So I am defending Erin right now, and
From
pretty much what
your
we're gonna
next.
do is we're gonna defend. We're gonna provide points. I'm not really gonna do too many takedowns of Sydney. I mean, we all admit these are all great final girls, so we're just gonna do their strengths, say what they bring to the table
Right.
on this opening round. You're really killing
Period,
me with this
Mia.
one. I'm going.
I know, Mia. I was
Yeah.
saying the same thing. It's hard.
All right, so
This
here are
one.
my points for Erin.
So first of all, just so everyone's clear, this is Erin from your next. 2013.
All right, so Erin, this is
All
something with Erin, man, is that movie came out of nowhere and it really shocked a lot of people with
Right.
The Final Girl because it does something totally different. She's trained her entire life under this family of crazy doomsday preppers that you find out in a throwaway line, but it provides so much for her character. You understand what she's about. And Erin knows hand-to-hand combat. She's incredibly strong, really good at using kitchen tools and blenders as weapons.
Oh my god.
She's fucking MacGyver at this point, you know? She's pretty much prepared for any and every kind of danger. She knows how to do first aid. She can fend for herself in every which way possible. Can handle any kind of weapon. I mean, she easily disarms every member of this clan that breaks into this house, including the family members too. Spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
But Erin is probably one of the strongest and most prepared final girls. She's like fucking, I don't know, like John Wick when it comes to this. So
So she MacGyver, John Wick.
she's MacGyver and John Wick morphed into one.
Okay.
I know you're going to defend Sydney, so I'm going to give you the floor.
All right. So just to preface this, I usually, when we do these videos, if you guys don't know this, I usually wing everything that I say. I'm a winger. I love to wing stuff. I wing my way through life.
Me.
But
Julian says Sydney's dead.
I will say this. I have a notebook filled with notes that I've taken down to actually do stuff, to actually be good on this. All right. So without further ado, here we go with Sydney Prescott. So I think that Sydney is the most consistent and impressive final girl. All right. So because she goes through a lot of stuff, right? She goes through betrayal. She's gone through traumas. You know, she gets through the targeting that she gets from Ghostface. Not to mention, while she's going through all this, she's also coping with the murder of her mother from a year prior.
Sure.
So she has that trauma already, right? Can you say emotional damage for her? She has
Yes.
lots of it, right? But all through this, Sydney stands up for herself. Like she's afraid, but she doesn't run away from the killer. She fights back. She uses, the knife, whatever is handy to get away, kicks, screams, whatever the case may be. She bravely faces all that trauma. She takes her fate in her own hands and she confronts that killer. And she delivers the final kill shot. And with all her mental baggage, it means she's mentally tough. So she could go through anything. Any scenario that you put her through, she has the mental capability of pulling through because she's proved it 6 in 5 movies. So what have come out is that Sydney is strong, she's intelligent, and she's the final girl that always gets the best out of Ghostface.
All right. I think it's time that we leave it to the audience to decide, right?
Yeah.
Who comes out in the first round, guys? Everybody vote.
Why
Is
am
it-
I here then?
Is it
Y'all
Sydney
rude.
or Erin? And then we're gonna count your vote as
Yours.
well, obviously.
You're the
We're not gonna
moderator.
vote. Like we're gonna stay.
Oh, you
out of
guys
it.
aren't voting?
All
I
right.
think I'm just gonna give my 2 cents too at the end of it all. I feel like Sydney eventually gets to Erin's level, like in terms of how well she can fight, but also I feel like Ghostface always, for the most part, it's like just a knife. Like it's not. I'm not saying it's easy to defend. I would probably die, but I don't know. I feel like Erin uses anything as a weapon because of the way she grew up. I don't know.
So who's your final vote?
That's tough. I think I have to say Erin for me.
All right. So we have.
Sydney got no skills. Anyone can shoot a gun, Julian says.
So we have
That's
practically like 4 votes for Erin right now to move
All right.
on to the next round.
Okay, and here's the thing. I'm just gonna say it anyways. I guess could Sydney survive if there was like that many Ghostface coming after only her? I mean, I guess they killed the
Probably.
rest of the family too.
She-
I lied.
She did twice.
Well,
right?
I guess there's two people.
well, there's two
right? Yeah,
people.
there's two killers a lot. That's true.
Aaron takes on like
And there's
5
two people
in
in
this movie.
spoiler alert. There's 2 killers in the new erase screen.
That's
Aaron
true.
takes on 5. 5 with
That-
different kinds of
But
weapons.
you know
That's
what?
the
To be
name of her
fair,
porn.
to be
Aaron
fair,
takes on
Aaron takes on 5.
to be fair with that part too. Now to defend Sydney, if I'm being a moderator, 2 of those people were not actively trying to kill her the entire time, and that was again spoiler, the brother and his girlfriend Z.
Right.
So that's another thing. So technically, she's only against 3 people.
So what's the
it's pretty
final
even.
count?
I say Aaron.
Aaron.
Aaron's moving on.
Aaron's moving on.
I guess Sydney
That's
gets
it, girl.
wiped out in the first round.
Sydney's
Brett's,
gone.
Brett's bracket's already
Sydney's
losing.
gone.
Poor royalty, just done.
Gone.
We don't care about your movie.
I'm sorry, Sydney.
Love you, Nev Campbell.
Let's see who we got in the chat. Sydney got no skills. Anyone who can shoot a gun. Aaron. I love
the
Sydney, but
comments later?
Aaron tries so hard to save people around her as well. I got to go
That's
with
true,
her.
that's
This is
true.
a good point, Mia. All right. So Aaron moves on to the next round. Let's see.
All
Let's
right.
see. Who,
My
what-
dad also voted for Aaron. I don't know if he knows how to comment on YouTube, but
I'm happy that my bracket busted with Aaron victory. Gabe, what is the next matchup?
The next matchup here, it's going to be a big one.
is it this one?
We have Julie.
It's Jennifer Love Huge Tits.
Yes.
What are you waiting for?
All right, Gabe.
So we have Julie from I Know What You Did Last Summer
Yes.
versus Christy from Hellraiser.
This is correct.
Yes.
Julian says,
Move that belt to the other side of the table. I agree with Julian. Give
What
me
do you
that
just put
goddamn
it side
belt.
to side as someone wins?
No.
Okay, so Gabe, I'm going to give you the floor the first time.
Oh man, there's a lot of stuff. All right. So Christy, I feel like she's very underrated. Her movie, obviously, Hellraiser is huge in the horror community.
Julie, about to send.
But I feel like Christy is she's wily and she's like super highly intelligent. Which I feel like as a final girl, that's very admirable quality to have.
Yeah.
She also plays a bit of a detective, right? Because she's able to spy on what's going on with her family life. So basically, I feel like Christy is, man, and I'm not even going off my notes now here.
You got a lot for her.
Yeah, I do. So I think she has like the perfect mixture of like vulnerability, innocence, worldliness, and cunningness. Her journey is sort of like a journey of, fairy tales in a sense, right? Because she fulfills nearly all the steps of it. She goes from losing her home, entering a dark forest. In this sense, it's hell. Finding friends. She endures temptation because the Cenobites try to tempt her into staying in hell. She wears a disguise in order to beat, Hell Pinhead and the Cenobites. And she has her tormentor punished there at the end. So if I'm gonna say anything about Christy, it's like she's sort of like a Disney princess in a way, as she's going through all these stages of her journey. And she comes across and she aces every single test of her journey. Like she never wavers. She passes everything. So that's my thing for Christy.
The chat's already saying Christy.
You didn't even start talking yet, and they
God damn
said
it.
Christy.
God damn it. Well, let me paint you a picture, right? It's the 90s, obviously.
Someone's got big boobs.
This is in the height of the Scream Renaissance.
Yeah.
Did I mention she's got a big rack? Julie has faced the man with the hook twice, man. She's smart. She's quick on her feet. She doesn't make many dumb decisions. But did I mention that she's got a really big rack, too? That's about it.
When it comes to something like that, I've never seen Hellraiser either, but I know.
I've seen hell.
know.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like
an uphill battle.
dealing with hell and they just, killed somebody last summer, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew I was going into this one losing. I was like, I don't even know what to like. I like Jennifer Love Hewitt. She's great in those movies. But it's kind of an uphill battle. You have somebody facing supernatural forces
In hell.
Right.
in hell and stuff, and the Cenobites. And then you
just
have
running in the rain.
I know, and she looks great running in the rain too. But
They have Jack Black.
all right. I guess Julie's out.
Julian says it's just a man with a hook versus a sex demon.
This is true, Julian.
Christy takes the win.
God damn it.
So now are you guys doing these two, or are we moving all the way on?
No, we'll
These
move
two
all the way
first?
in.
We're gonna move all the way, and then
We're
we'll
gonna get
start-
into our Elite Eight.
Yes,
Okay.
and then we'll get into the Elite Eight. So Kirsty moves on.
Yes.
That brings us to our next matchup, guys.
This is a good one.
This is gonna be a really good one. This is probably one of my favorite matchups.
All right, so we have Grace from Ready or Not versus Gail Weathers.
Bam,
who's a
bitch went
force.
down.
So I'm gonna give you.
You're gonna give me the floor.
I'm gonna give you the floor for Grace.
All right.
Because Gail is just gonna.
So this is a very even matchup for me because take the bias out of Gail. I love Gail. I love that franchise. Let's talk about. I love Courtney Cox. Let's talk about Grace for a second. Grace for me is the quintessential modern scream queen up until this point. All right. She's somebody that refuses to stay down. She gets her ass kicked in every which way possible, battling a super fucked up rich white family, but also, spoiler alert, has to battle the supernatural demonic blood oath the family has made with Satan. All right. So beating all of that, winning the game of hide and seek, she may not be able to handle weapons. She may not be the best fighter, but her determination and the cat-like luck that she has is crazy. It's like she can survive fucking anything at this point. Almost like she's the Terminator. The car crashes. Her hand gets fucked up. At this point, nothing can happen to her to make her lose. She is going to survive, win the night at all costs, and she does without the help of pretty much anybody besides maybe Adam Brody.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Did I mention that she fights super demonic forces?
She doesn't fight super
She
demonic.
does. She does. She wins it all. She could have easily lost, but she
wins
did.
it all, but they're still humans.
But
They're
there's
still
supernatural
humans.
forces involved.
What supernatural forces? All they
Not
have
against
is not against. They weren't against her.
They were involved.
No, they weren't.
They were involved.
No, they weren't.
The
There
forces were
was
involved.
no supernatural.
There were
forces
supernatural
involved.
forces.
There's
They
a
also
satanic
they
ritual.
explode at the end.
No, yeah, but
Supernatural
that
demonic
was
forces.
the people that she was fighting.
It doesn't matter. Point still
No,
stands.
point does not stand.
The
There are no
audience, the people's
supernatural.
champion.
There are no
I give you
supernatural
the floor.
forces.
I give you the floor.
There was no supernatural
There was a
forces.
ritual.
I give you the floor.
No.
There was a ritual. Point
No.
still stands.
All right.
I give you the floor.
Jesus.
Point deducted.
Point deducted. You're done. Keep satanic rituals out your mouth.
All right. So, Gail has been beaten, stabbed, shot, and left for dead countless times. You know, that it's a miracle that she's alive. You know, and the funny thing is, Gail chooses to be in these situations. Like, she is not part of faith. She's not all this and that, marrying into a rich white family. No, Gail is running to the situation. Oh, shit, Ghostface is killing now? I'm going to fucking go. Let's go.
I'm gonna head out.
I'm going to head out. Oh, shit, I'm doing a TV show. You know what? What? Ghostface is back? Oh, hey, what's up, Ghostface? What's up? She chooses to be in those fucking situations. Somebody that none of these girls do. They're put there by fate. Gail chooses to be there.
That's a good point, actually.
You know, she doesn't have to be there, but she is, right?
I
And
agree,
that means
Mia.
something. It's different than being put in a situation by faith, right? And when you Gail, you show up because you want to, and there's something about it that just makes her extra special, right? She wants the fame and she wants to glow up. She's like, fuck this. I don't want to be poor. I don't want to live in this podunk town with fucking Dewey. I want to glow up. Give me the fucking fame. She wants to be the next Diane Sawyer. And how is she going to be the next Diane Sawyer? By fucking showing up and beating Ghostface's ass 5 times, by the way. She's not your typical wholesome virgin with wide eyes and a rosy disposition for everything. No, Gail's definitely a badass, right? She's a sleazy investigative reporter who's going to do anything to get her story, right? She's ambitious. She's manipulative. And she knows what's going to happen because she's written a book about it. In all 5 movies, Gail's the one that knows by the end who the killers are. Gail is the one who knows where that story is going to go. It's Gail by a landslide. Gail.
I just want to point out that Brett says Gail loses due to not knowing how to turn off the safety in her bangs.
I was like eyeballing the
That's
comment.
it.
I was just trying not to laugh.
I have my dad's texting me at the same time, so we have votes there too, and he's saying Grace.
What do you say?
I feel like they fight in the same style. Like they kind of like I think Grace, doesn't have knowledge of weapons, but still somehow gets lucky. Gail,
Julia says if Gail wasn't ready or not, she would have known that family's shady. Absolutely.
That's
But she
true.
wasn't. This isn't what if scenario.
I know, but what I'm saying is that
that's later
Gail,
on.
Gail, in this sense, the way that she's written, Gail would be manipulative of the entire situation, and she's always has been. She's always set up. She knew Cotton wasn't her mom's killer. Like Gail knows what's going on. She wouldn't stop at anything to be famous.
I got something for
know
a
what?
little bit of a
Okay.
takedown, if I may. Courtney Cox was in the movie Zoom with Tim Allen. Are you familiar?
No.
Well, she was in it.
Okay.
I know she was in Friends. Are you familiar
She
with
was
Friends?
also
So she was in
Friends.
the movie Zoom. It has a 6% Rotten Tomatoes. It's a really bad movie. Anyway, what does the audience think? Let's do a final
I'm
vote.
saying Gail.
Oh, the moderator said Gail.
Well, what's the audience think?
You
I'm
know
going
what
with
they're
the
saying.
people.
You're on crack because they're saying you. The grandmother should have been an immediate sign of a shady family. You're right. Grandmas always be up to something.
Connor saying Grace.
Put your votes in the comments, y'all. Last decision?
Final decision. You're coming for the takedown.
I look.
That was a
I
big one.
am.
You're
I am
bringing the gun.
strong.
So
on
what? She
Gail.
blows in that movie. What movie? Zoom?
That's my whole point.
I-
That's the whole point. is that
Gail.
she blows that movie.
No,
Courtney
whatever.
Cox was great in Friends.
So we got Grace.
And
Mia
Gail.
also
Julian
says Grace.
Gail.
Julian says Gail.
Connor said Grace.
So
I
3-2.
think Strange Monkey might have said Grace farther up, possibly if he's still
Strange
here.
Monkey might have.
Yep, Grace.
Strange Monkey said Grace. So 4-2.
That's rude.
Are you joking?
Gail and
Jess vote
Sydney
for?
got knocked
Who does
out
Jess vote
immediately.
for?
I vote for Gail. Gail's a bad.
I like Gail.
4-3.
All right, I
My dad
guess.
says, "Oh, my dad says only Julian wants Gail."
Hey. All right. So Gail gets knocked out. A lot of our favorites
Y'all
are getting
got me
knocked
fucked
out
up.
early. 2 of them.
Oh,
Right
Grace
away.
won?
Grace won.
I
Grace
think
won.
it's rude.
All
Just 'cause
right,
she's
Gabe, what
boring.
is the next matchup? Who do we have next?
Mia from Evil Dead 2013 remake versus Jenny Friday the 13th.
I'm excited. Julian said, "Damn." I'm excited about this matchup.
This is a great
also, the
matchup.
way I want to point out the way they picked was everyone drew from a hat. Not everyone. These two drew from a
We
hat.
went old school. We didn't do anything on the computer with that one. We actually just wrote down names on a piece of paper.
It was totally
Yeah.
random.
put them in a hat
Yeah.
and picked out
And
names.
just hope that we have some good ones.
And we did.
We did. We really did. Do you want to go first or should I go first?
Go. You know what? I'm so disappointed that Gail lost. I thought I had a good
You thought you had
argument
the
I
with
did.
upset.
Gail.
You had,
You
you
did.
had a long argument. I think everybody's decision was made.
So Tony's gonna be defending Mia, and Gay's gonna be defending Jenny. I almost said Gia.
Look at that. We already got Mia's already. There's no point. There's no point in the arguments.
Y'all already decided.
It's already been decided. Mia.
My dad says Jenny. Just
You know,
You don't hear the,
I'm
the
gonna give you the
arguments.
floor first,
No, no.
I'm
Go
gonna give
ahead.
you the floor.
Go
He's
ahead.
mad. You hurt his feelings.
Go
Go
ahead.
first. Go first.
Should I
Go.
go?
Go ahead.
Okay. So Mia has faced more demons than anybody in this bracket, I think. Anybody in this bracket.
Period,
both on the
Mia.
supernatural plane and the mental and physical struggles of being a heroin addict. All right. And having a mother with severe mental issues. She's had to battle herself and her soul way before the Deadites come into play. She literally is like resurrected from the dead, rips off her own hand and chainsaws a bitch while blood is fucking raining down on her. And probably one of the most badass horror sequences in the past 10 years. She may not be the strongest, but mentally she is. I would think out of everybody here. That's my main argument is that mental strength for her own soul. For me, Mia gets the win, and she would probably go the distance with anybody on this list. Mia all the way.
She was so mentally strong, she would have been a heroin addict.
Oh my god.
Keep Mia's name out your mouth.
But I give you the floor, sir.
All right. So, out of all the Friday the 13th final girls, we decided on Jenny being, the one that we're going to fight for this franchise.
I love Jenny. She's my favorite
She
Friday
is
the
my
13th
favorite.
final girl.
One of my favorite final girls in general. I feel like she's underappreciated.
So, Jenny, to me, she's one of the smartest, bravest, and most compassionate final girl, especially in the Friday the 13th franchise. Being as, Jason is threatening her the entire movie, but she still expresses concern for Jason's mental torment because Jason saw his mother being killed. He got drowned. So Jason was more human at this point for this movie, right? But that being said,
Julie,
Oh my
Julie, you're
God,
so
Julie.
mean.
I'm sorry. Julie, damn. Demon's voice is a boy scared of water. Yeah,
So I don't know. This type of thing allows her to get into his head to defeat him. She puts on the Mrs. Voorhees sweater. She tricks him enough
It's iconic.
to kill Jason and to save her boyfriend.
True.
Jenny's also not that dumb blonde stereotype because she is studying to be a child psychologist. She's not a virgin, but in this movie, her sexuality is not exploited at all. She's not naked in this movie at all, like you are in all Friday the 13th movies.
This is true.
She's just simply a normal young girl who's sexually active, but she's not unashamed of it. She's reasonable. She's compassionate. She has, like I've said before, she has sympathy for Pamela and Jason. And in the final act, she makes all the right moves. She does not make any bad move like any other final girl in some of these movies, right? It's less flawless, but she's a fully capable person, and she's definitely one of the most grounded in our reality.
Yeah.
So, with all that being said, I do feel like Jenny does have the leg up on Mia based upon that she's not as selfish as Mia is. She does have compassion for Jason, even though Jason is trying to kill her. She's like, she puts herself in his shoes. Like, okay, this dude's after me, but why? Oh, his mom got beheaded. All right, cool.
Cool.
But that's my reasons for Jenny.
Can I say something too? An argument against Mia, who is why we just watched Evil Dead again the other night. I hadn't seen it in a while. It is so good. She's so cool. Another one I gave 5 stars, I think. But Mia was also not herself for a lot of the film.
That's not Mia.
Let's do the final vote.
Why are you backing down?
Let's just do the final vote. What is your vote?
So we got 1 for Jenny.
My dad says
we have 1 for we have 2 for
Mia already.
We have 2 for Mia.
We've got Ginny on my text as well.
Okay, we have 2 for Mia, 1 for Jenny.
Mia's Mia as well.
Who's so your dad is Jenny as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 2 and 2.
Wait, so what do you? Okay, never mind.
What are you voting?
I don't know. That's hard for me. I'm trying to think of all the points you guys made. I don't know.
I don't know if Julian's given his vote. If he throws
Julian
in a vote,
said Mia all the way.
oh, he did say
He
Mia.
did
all
say
the way.
Mia.
So right now we're looking at 3-2.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
3-2.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Connor, Mia,
And
And
Julian
Brett,
said yes.
Brett too. Oh no, Brett said Ginny.
Brett said
Connor,
Jenny.
Mia, and
Your
Julian.
dad
That's
said-
3.
Your dad said Jenny.
Your
Yeah.
dad said Jenny. Brett says Jenny. That's 3-2.
You would be the
God,
time.
I
vote.
know.
You would be a tying vote, but
This
then
is
don't
harder than I
know
expected
how
because
we would
I
break
love
this vote.
Evil Dead. Evil Dead is so good. You know what? I feel like I have to go. I'm gonna say Ginny. So what happens?
So
if
what
ties?
the fuck happens at the tie?
You guys didn't vote.
We can't. I'm not
You
gonna
can't?
vote.
I
And
Jess?
this-
vote.
We can use
opening
Jess as a
round.
tiebreaker.
Jess right here.
Gabe's
I'm
fiance
gonna
is here.
Vote for. I don't remember either of these movies, so I'd be voting purely out of
Our arguments. Who made the better argument?
Who made the better argument?
You got to vote for who made the better argument.
At this point, we have to go off that logic. Yeah.
Well, you made the better argument because saying that she's more compassionate. I don't like an asshole.
Oh my god! I feel like I could give a vote to both if I could. Rock paper
Rock,
scissors.
paper,
True.
scissors.
Do it.
Well, she said
Jess did give her vote.
Justin gave her vote, and we took it to her.
We did take it to her.
She was the deciding vote.
Mia might be knocked off, guys.
Mia's knocked
I
off.
don't want that. No.
I think the
want
people
it.
don't want her to be knocked off, but I'm pretty sure Mia's getting knocked off.
Mia got knocked
I
off.
want Mia
Wow.
too. I want them both. I like both of them. This is a hard
I
one.
like compassionate
Mia got knocked off.
Gabe's gonna take it. Mia got
Jenny
knocked
takes it.
What does it mean when you say Mia wasn't herself for most of the movie?
She
She's
was
very
possessed.
much
The
possessed.
entire
By a
movie,
demon.
pretty much.
So Mia gets knocked off. I guess
Mia-
Ginny's moving to the next
Connor's
level.
gonna leave.
Mia,
We lost a viewer.
This is fucked.
Mia is knocked off. Jenny pass goes on. To the next round.
Yeah, sure.
Please don't leave the chat.
I guess
This is why the people are here. This is the Cinderella story.
Why do I
Jenny
feel
is
bad?
the
Like it's actually
Cinderella
gonna
story.
hurt her feelings that
I
she
know.
didn't
She
win.
got she's off the island.
Jenny is a Cinderella
Yeah,
story.
sure. All right, Mia's gone.
I don't like that
I do
actually
have to
anymore.
Say though, being a heroin addict doesn't make you a weak or
No,
I know,
yeah, no,
I know.
not at all.
It doesn't. It was just a joke.
addiction is a real disease.
Addiction is a real disease.
But redemption is
But
sweet.
anyway.
And she
I
had the
love
greatest-
Evil Dead. That's hard.
She had the best.
I feel like
redemption arc.
those two, I feel like Mia is still compassionate in her own way though, so that's why it's hard.
All right, who's the next matchup? Because I'm pretty sure I'm about to lose all of these for who
Oh
I
my
got.
God. I don't want-
We got Tree versus
Stop.
Sally.
Mia.
Tree versus Sally.
Yes. We did lose somebody.
But then
Somebody got
we
so
gained
mad.
another
Somebody
one.
I'm
got
out.
so mad and was
It was
like,
like,
well,
I'm out.
Was it Brett? Oh no, he said Jenny, so he'd still be.
You broke Mia's heart, Victoria.
I feel bad. I want to take my vote back. As soon as I said it, I was like,
Yes.
maybe not.
You can't take votes
I
back. Once your vote's
know.
in, it's
your
in,
vote
it's
is
locked
in. You did that on purpose.
So on this one, we have Tree from Happy Death Day
Yes.
versus Sally from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And
Guys,
I'm
there's
using
still hope for the people's champion to win this. All right?
1974. We're doing Sally from 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
You don't want to do the 2022 Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No.
You don't want to include 2022 Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No.
Sally is in that movie.
She is, but I didn't use anything. for
Mia,
it.
forgive me. Also,
All right. Who's taking the opening argument?
Your home court. I'm always giving you the
Okay,
opening
I'll take
arguments.
this. So Tree
Tony's defending Tree, by the way.
Tree is a great character. You know, not just being a badass, but also character development as well. She's incredibly smart. She's died over at least 100 times. She's gone through multiple dimensions. She's incredibly smart, learns from every mistake that she goes through. Everything she's gone through, she's come out on the other side a victor because the time loop just won't let her fail. If she fails, she lives over the same day
Right.
again. And if we're going by that logic, she'll just keep fighting until she wins.
This is true.
that's my argument.
I can't
Tree
stop-
takes it all. Tree's got the power of time on her side, man.
Now, Connor, you can vote because now you could just vote on who has a better argument for Tree or for Sally. So you don't have to take a bye for it.
And the reason why in this particular case of these two matching up is that Sally, somebody pointed out, a good man, Brett here, he pointed out that Sally, all she did was scream. And this is true. Tree was on the offense the entire runtime, trying to figure out what's going on. How can I fix this? But it's about fixing herself inside before she can face the outer demons as well, before she can take on the babyface killer too, which she does in multiple films.
She does.
She
Two
does.
films, not multiple. Just two.
Multiple films is two.
Just
Two films.
Okay.
That's multiple films. 1 and 2. 2.
All right.
I'll give you the floor.
All right. So there's not. Okay. So seeing Sally as a final girl in 1974 was definitely a shock to most viewers because for the time it was very innovative, especially because in this movie it breaks away from like less resourceful movies of the time, like other horror movies, like for example Psycho and Creature from the Black Lagoon, where most of these final girls were just damsel in distresses.
Right.
Like they weren't really given any meat into the movie, right? So Sally was one of the first ones, and we'll get to the other one. But she was innovative for that time frame for 1974. But also Sally has this bravado that is empowering and motivational. She's the type of final girl that slowly realizes that she has to survive. So yes, she did a lot of screaming, but within that screaming, she realizes that she has a need to survive. Like she doesn't want to die. She doesn't really give up that easy and just let Leatherface and all his family just take her out. And then as the movie plays out, she's depicted as this wholesome and intelligent girl throughout the entire time.
I want to say Mia made a really good point. She said, like, Tree had a chance to develop into a badass, whereas Sally only had one chance to either fight or
It's true.
flight.
This is true.
You're both making good points.
Like I said, yeah, Sally does scream a lot, but she faces, she faces Leatherface, Chainsaw, and
Period, bro.
she goes through it with flying colors. She's not facing a
Yeah.
baby face killer. It's a killer wearing somebody else's face.
Yeah, but Leatherface is also inbred and screams like a child.
To be fair, Leatherface is also a killer wearing somebody else's face.
Yeah, a woman's face, but it wasn't a baby's face.
Oh, we've got Jessica in the chat now too.
Jessica, all right. So let's take it to the.
She
people.
didn't even hear. She said tree.
What is the vote, guys? What are we thinking?
I'm
here?
saying tree.
What are we thinking?
So
here?
that's
There's fucking 6 people in here, and all of them voted for Tree. So it's
say
all Tree.
everyone, if you're in the chat, type your vote again, just so we don't have to scroll.
But they're impressed with your argument. A lot of my arguments are really relying on the
Period, Mia.
the knowledge of having seen these movies. You are defending no matter what.
We've also got a tree
So
in
you're
my
doing-
text messages.
So we're getting a few Sallys on, honestly.
Connor, you argued Sally good enough. Connor voted for
Connor
Sally.
is voting Sally.
Listen,
we have 2 for Sally.
I didn't take debates in high school for no reason. Now I may be losing these because you know what, and I had the feeling, right? We all have preconceived notions of who we like as final girls.
Right.
So it's not like we're coming in with a blank slate, right? But my thing is like how everybody is saying is I just want to make a very good, compelling argument for my final girl.
Julian says Sally.
Right. Julian brought up that you got the worst ones. He didn't. You're
Alright,
about
you'll
to see.
see.
He probably is gonna win it all because he got the luck
Okay.
of the Irish.
All right,
Um,
final votes. Killed multiple people like it was nothing. This is true.
But then they
Okay.
came back.
Okay, so we have that's 3 for Sally so far, isn't it?
We got tree in the chat. Tree from my dad. I'm saying tree. Jessica says tree. Brett says tree. Someone else said tree. Well, you're obviously. I guess you don't count.
believe.
Connor
so
voted for Sally.
Connor voted Sally. Brett voted Tree. Mia voted, I believe, Sally.
Yeah, she did.
Is it
So it's
tied?
4-3.
It's 4-3.
So
4-3
who-
to Tree.
4-3 to Tree.
Tree.
Tree
Yeah.
moves on.
All right. Also, tree's moving on. Nicely done. But for this next one, I don't even say anything. Just roll the clip of who these next
We're
final
not
girls
even gonna
are.
say anything.
You
Just
know
so
what?
iconic.
I'm excited for this one, and this one just happened to
this
turn
is
out.
a big one. This is a big one. All right, this one's gonna be.
Here's the next one, y'all.
This one's gonna be tough, guys.
Period.
All right, this is a big one, man. This is a really.
Julian
big one.
says Tree was a shitty roommate.
Tree was a shitty roommate. You got that right.
So I'm gonna preface this right. It's Lori versus Nancy, and if you guys have been fans of the show or following, everybody knows how much of a big Nightmare on Elm Street fan I am, and how much of a Halloween dissenter I am. Like I like Halloween, but I don't think it's nothing special. So for me to try to move Lori on against Nancy was such a hard task for me.
Julian.
Because of my love for Nancy and Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, and this one's tough for me because Lori's that's my gal.
Yeah,
that's my gal.
You're a Halloween homer, and I'm a Nightmare on Elm Street
love-
homer, and we got it reversed.
Yeah, we have in reverse. We're fighting for the opposite ones that we love. So, all right, I guess I'm kicking it off for Nancy then, man.
This is my favorite, and this one, like I said, just happened to turn out that they were against each other.
Yeah,
which
this is all
excited me.
by chance. Like this is like the most random matchup. So for Nancy, all I'm going to say is this: I like to keep my arguments short and sweet.
I don't think so.
So Nancy for me is very smart, efficient. She can set traps like Kevin McAllister. Probably the best since that guy, or I guess before, because she came before him. Maybe he learned a thing or two from her. I don't know. But she's the goat of trapping people in the most fucked up way possible. She beats Freddy not only in the movie world, but technically in the real world as well as Heather Langenkamp.
Are we counting
which is
that?
an even more powerful Freddy. Yes, we are. By my logic, we're going to count it. Nancy also uses her gifts to help other Elm Street survivors. In part 3, Nancy is, from the beginning, is on the attack with Freddy. She is not going to let him win, no matter what. Nancy is badass from the beginning. and she has to deal with an alcoholic mother who's kind of shitty. But her dad's badass; he's the best. But Nancy is it's her willpower to get through, survive at any means necessary, defending her friends in the meantime too, like Johnny Depp in a crop top. I don't know. Nancy, iconic. That's my argument.
Johnny Depp in a crop top.
Johnny Depp in a crop top.
I can't argue. In fact,
He agrees with you.
I agree with you.
Mia says I have no words, so clearly
This is no one's commenting. This is a hard one.
They're hearing our
Jessica right off the bat, Nancy.
But I could tell you, I have no words. I have nothing to say against what you said. In fact, I could probably give you some better pointers.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
regardless, because I'm a Nancy fan. For Lori, right? She's the OG, right? She's the babysitter. She's one of the most popular final girls in horror history, right? Her name is synonymous with any of the villains in horror movies, right? It's Jason, Freddy, Michael, and then you say Lori. Oh yeah, Halloween. But she's also the classic all-American girl. That's how she's been portrayed from 78 all the way to the new one. She's just this modest and innocent, but she's also brave, very resourceful, and she's extremely smart. And that's highlighted in Halloween 2018 on how resourceful she is, how smart she is, by the traps that she set, her whole house was just ready to go anti-Michael Myers.
Another Kevin McAllister type beat.
Right.
Yes.
The
king.
And she's smart enough to escape Myers in the first movie. And I felt like the first movie, she was a screamer the entire time and very defenseless. I mean, Robert, whatever, I forget his name, Dr. whatever, had to save her.
Dr. Loomis.
Dr.
Robert.
Dr. Robert.
Whatever.
Dr. Robert.
Yeah,
Dr. Loomis.
Dr. Robert
Dr. Loomis had to save her there. But we know that she's smart enough that she knew it was not over, because decades later, she was ready for him. Even her own daughter was against her, because she's like, why are you ready for somebody who's in jail? But she knew. She was smart enough to know that. But so she made a turnaround that few have made. She went from a final girl to a final hero. Yeah.
That one.
Yes. I was ready for that one. But yeah, I mean, she's. I don't classify her anymore as a final girl. These last two movies have shown me that she's actually the hero of this. She is no longer the damsel in distress. She's the badass that's gonna go after Michael Myers now.
Damn. I'm really scared for what the chat's gonna say.
They haven't been saying much.
I know. All right.
So
Everyone cast your votes.
Everybody cast their votes right now.
I want to point out a couple of comments. Julian says Lori had it worse. Brett says Lori from 78 annoys me.
Can't run from Michael. All you can do is take some pills to stop dreaming.
Stop.
From Freddy.
not if we're taking real life Freddy. You could dream
Robert Englund. You can't escape Robert Englund.
Yeah, you can't dream him away.
Yeah, that's true. All you can do is take
My
some
dad likes
pills
to
to stop
comment when you
dreaming.
said
from
final
Freddy.
hero.
Julian, I misread your comment. Take that comment back right now. I thought you were on my
I
side.
got a lot of votes for Nancy. Votes for Nancy.
Nancy.
Given our life to protect others, I'm siding with Nancy. Nancy.
Period,
Nancy.
Mia.
We have Lori
So we have so we have Lori.
with 3 votes for Nancy.
3 votes for
Right now.
My dad said Lori.
3 to 2.
3 to 2.
I would probably say Lori.
3 to 3.
3 to 3.
Oh wow, this is a very
3
tough
to 3.
matchup.
Is it tied
the
again?
6. It's tied
That's
again.
the 6. That's tied again.
So we're
That's the
taking
6
Did you
viewers.
count them all?
That's the 6 viewers right
I
there.
hate Nancy.
Wow.
Wow.
We're divorcing after that comment of you hating Nancy.
Real life Freddy just got hand knives. He ain't shit, Julian says.
Shut up, Julian. Get out of the chat. So I guess
We're divorced.
is this
Gabe wanted
It did
Nancy.
Did we
Lori
count it right? Did we count it right?
it's 4 for Nancy.
Thank
In
you,
the
Connor.
chats.
Thank
In the
you,
chat.
Connor.
Thank you, Connor.
So 4 for Lori and the. Oh, so Nancy would have won then.
Yeah, Nancy wins.
Oh wait, so I don't have to vote.
It's you don't have to
Nancy,
vote.
and yeah,
It's
you would
just
only
me,
be the
you, and my
tiebreaker.
dad?
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I don't get a vote
Oh,
He doesn't
shit.
get a
So
vote.
it's just me and my dad, and
for
who
Lori.
else?
And then there was
Someone
another
else said
up
Lori,
there.
right? Julian says
Julian
three
says
votes.
3 vote. That is 4 votes for Nancy then. Yeah.
Oh,
Nancy.
so me and Julian said Lori.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're in this together, Julian. And my dad, 3.
4 to 3.
4 to
Nancy.
3.
Damn.
Nancy moved on.
How
Why are you
dare
throwing your hands
y'all?
up?
Listen, just because my assignment was Lori and I went
He
for
understood
Lori,
the assignment.
I
You
wanted
did good at
Nancy.
defending it. You did. I like the final hero thing. To me, Lori has become like a Sarah Connor in a way. Gabe.
First of all, I think Gabe is happy because he likes Nancy more. I think.
Yes,
So,
he's very happy.
He wins.
I think Lori should have. Whatever.
Me, my dad, and Julian got Lori for life.
But for the sake of the argument, I'm going Nancy.
Well, yeah.
What is our next matchup?
Our next matchup here, we're going with Jess versus Ripley.
Jess versus Ripley.
And I'm gonna say it right now. I'm about to have nothing to say here. Oh, actually. Oh.
I need to vote. I'm ripped.
Okay, I'm gonna go first, guys,
Okay.
because I don't got much of an argument.
So we have Jess from Black Christmas 1974
God damn it!
and Ripley. What movie is she from? Alien.
We don't even need to take.
I've
vote
never
on this.
seen Alien either.
We don't even need to take a vote on this. All
So
right.
should I go with my long ass
Just
list?
No.
circling back,
No.
circling back,
That's
circling back.
that's
Julian says Nancy ain't nothing but a bitch that complains she can't sleep.
We're done.
We're done. Nancy won.
Nancy won, guys. Sorry. Nancy won.
Nancy won, I guess.
And Mia says Lori's cool, but it only took her 40 years.
Listen, I don't have much to say about Jess.
All right, moving on.
I don't have much to say. I'm going to start my argument here. But Jess is very strong-willed. She's, going through this consideration of having an abortion throughout the film. So she's dealing with a lot of personal issues, a lot of demons. This boyfriend is kind of a doucher. There's a guy in the list. He's an escaped mental patient.
Right.
He's calling her inside the house, but she's very smart. She calls the police right away. She's dealing with them, working with them to try to figure out where the calls are coming from. And that's about it. I
Just don't pick up the phone.
hard
I'm
to
kidding.
vote against Olivia Hussey, but it's Ripley. I know.
My dad says
What?
Ripley.
Jess was facing someone else.
She's
but-
facing the racism of American sororities.
Sure.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I have nothing
That
to
was
say.
All she had to do was not pick up the phone.
So which one of my paragraphs should I just go ahead and
Oh
read?
my god.
You could just pick like maybe a sentence because this is the most mismatched.
Oh. My
fight
dad said
ever.
Jess had a chance to leave the house and that bitch went back in. She's dumb. Chris Rasmussen, 2022.
So I'm gonna say is right. Is Ripley right? She's a strong leader, and there's no way to hide from it. From the
You're
start,
right, Connor.
she
You're
knows
right.
what needs to be done, and then does everything in her power to get it done. Most of the group that she's in is male, but Ripley still had all the power.
Jessica, it's Jess from Black Christmas versus Ripley from Alien. Sorry, Jessica. I guess she
And then throughout the film, she's like very stable and grounded. She rarely shows any fear throughout any of the situations that she's in, and she's composed. And she uses that fear as motivation to fight, these aliens. She's also very independent. She feels like she has no need for a man, and throughout the movie, she shows that she never needed a man's help for her own safety. Like she actually is the one saving the men from this alien. But until she gets the final one, right? She can't save them all. But anyways, she's pure and simply just a badass the entire movie.
I know.
I know.
Guys, we don't even have to take this to a vote. I feel like this is the obvious one. There's only so much I can say about Jess, which is a great character in Black Christmas and a great film. This is fucking Ripley. The universe hated me in that moment.
That's what he said. The universe hates Jess for putting her
Connor,
against
thank you for
Ripley.
that because the universe hated that character.
I think it's Ripley, obviously.
One of
right?
the most mismatched matches.
It
for
should have
sure.
been Jess versus
Maybe-
yeah.
Or Jennifer Love Hewitt.
This is-
Ripley
Ripley
moves
moves
on.
on.
Ripley
Connor's
moves
had enough.
on.
Connor's had
Ripley
enough.
moves on.
All right, last pair up in the first
Last
bracket.
one.
Yes, this is the final of the first round. And
That
this is also it's good.
You know what, Josh?
So, all right.
So we have Jay from It Follows,
All right.
against Sarah from Terminator.
Terminator.
No
Another
need to
movie
leave
I haven't
paragraphs here.
seen. I'm not a good moderator. I've seen
I got another paragraph to go with, guys.
No more
Stop.
paragraphs. No more paragraphs.
I'm
right?
going
I
with
get
paragraphs.
it. I get it. No more
I did my
paragraphs.
research.
I did my research. All this girl does in this movie is have
Yes,
sex.
Connor. I
Listen,
agree.
all right. Jay is a great character. I love Jay. I love Mike Monroe in this movie. All right.
Yeah.
She's got a determination to live. She runs a lot. She goes to the beach. She can swim. She can fuck all her problems away.
She can swim.
She has a threesome. Did I mention she has a threesome to fuck all her problems away to buy more time?
Actually, it's a foursome.
I guess it would be
There's
a foursome.
There's 3 men
There's,
on that boat.
there's 3 men on the boat. It's a foursome. I don't know any other final girl that's been in a foursome. My point stands.
All right.
Maybe Sid.
Well, I'm gonna read my paragraph because I wrote it
No.
down. I wrote down my big.
She
ass
can
paragraph.
swim.
So I have Sarah Connor, right, who first appeared in '84's Terminator. In the first movie, right, she appeared as more of a damsel in distress. She needed Kyle Reese, but towards the end of the first one, she kicked the Terminator's ass. In Terminator 2, though, she becomes that full ultimate badass that we know her from, with the escape from the mental institution to the end when they're in the warehouse. And in between, she keeps on making those tough decisions that are needed to stave off the apocalypse, right? She's proficient in gun and hand-to-hand combat. She was able to take down the T-1000. She has the mental toughness to take all these gunshots, and she gets just completely knocked on her ass the entire movie, but she keeps on getting back up and fighting. She has the intellect to know what's needed in order for us to save us, because she's not just saving herself and her son, she's saving the entire world from a huge apocalypse, right? All the men in this movie follow her lead. She's a natural leader. And while she's doing all that, she still manages to retain her maternal instincts while still showing her toughness. And that maternal instinct is that what no other final girl has shown, and that is a very, very beautiful thing to have.
Thank you.
Well, Micah Monroe can swim. So no, I'm kidding.
Hey, she has a foursome in the movie, right? They don't show it, but they allude to it.
My dad says that he can tell I have no idea what Gabe's talking about because I have not seen
We know who
Terminator.
the obvious winner is. It doesn't even need to be said. I get it.
I would choose It Follows. I like
These
her.
no, these last 2 matchups have been insanely, completely mismatched.
They should have been Jess versus Jay.
Jess versus Jay, probably. So we know Sarah Connor obviously needs to move on to the next round.
Moves on.
All right.
It's final girl royalty, man. It's
all right.
All right.
Good talk. So,
So
Sarah
now-
takes it all. That's the end of the first bracket.
How are you figuring out who goes in the second bracket?
Okay, so could you calm down over there?
Jess is getting excited.
All right, so now we're into the Elite Eight. I'll read off our matchups here
yes.
in case you guys don't know. So our matchups for the Elite Eight are Erin versus Christy. We have Grace versus Ginny, who is the Cinderella here, by the way.
I'm so sorry about Mia.
Tree versus Nancy, and then we have Ripley versus Sarah. So in this round for the Elite Eight, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the antagonist from each person's movie and see if the other one would make it and survive it. So for example, versus Erin versus Christy, could Erin survive the
Hellraiser?
Could she survive Pinhead? And
I want to put Mia in.
Mia,
I want to put Mia in.
Crime. Hey man, the universe picked Ginny, right? Yeah, the universe picked Ginny.
I'm putting Mia in.
No, that's
I'm
done.
sorry, you chose it.
And so
Yeah, I don't
would
want 'em on
Erin
there.
survive the
Cenobites.
Cenobites?
Yeah.
Or will Christy survive the home invasion? So
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna take it down to, and we're gonna start obviously then with our first one, Erin and Christy.
Yeah.
Do you think Erin would survive the Cenobites?
100%. And it goes back to she easily apprehends everybody. Excuse me, everybody in your next. I mean, sure, the Cenobites are not human.
Right.
And it's
They're
Pinhead.
demons.
They're demons. But what I can say is that they will like at least be like, fuck, we're messing with like the wrong person here. Erin's gonna put up a damn good fight in this, man. It's gonna be a hell of a battle for her, and she's gonna get her shit rocked. And I think she'll still
Do you
win.
think she would succumb to
Oh,
the
100.
Cenobites' sexual pleasures?
No,
You don't
I
think
think
so?
whatever she
You think
learned
she has
in
that
that
mental
doomsday
toughness?
thing was so like everything in this movie. She's so unfazed by it. Like she's prepared all her life for these
Okay.
moments, including something supernatural.
Now, what about Christy? Do you think she would be able to survive against just a home invasion? Because I think she will. I think Christy can.
I don't believe so.
I mean, Christy faced the demons, and she faced the home invasion that was her stepmom and her uncle that was in the attic, as as her dead uncle. So she also had a little mini home invasion of her own. But you had the demons to it and
That's
the sexual pleasures. So I feel like Christy had more to do, but
Right.
I feel like she had more to do in her movie. So if you just break it down to just home invasion and you take away the demon part, which is what she would have to do, I think she would knock it out aces.
All right. What do you guys think? I mean, does Erin survive the Cenobites and Pinhead, or does Kirsty survive the invasion, the home invasion by the masked killers in Your Next?
So we got Christy would have survived, but it would have been less badass and more luck.
I do agree with that. I do agree with that. Yeah, no, I'm still going to Erin in this scenario.
We're gonna go with Erin.
I think Erin.
All right, I'll give you Erin.
You think? I think Erin comes out on top no matter what.
My dad
At this
says
point.
Erin.
Need me to vote?
I'm not sure yet.
No.
I think it's
Erin
all-
to the
I think
next round.
Erin's pretty.
Good Real Hunting says Erin to the next round.
So wait, was Mia's vote a vote for Christy or Erin?
Erin.
Oh, Erin.
Erin.
She just said it. My bad.
And so Erin moves on to the next round.
Hi, Christy. I'm not left-handed.
Yeah, Chrissy, she's out. Erin's just too well equipped, man. She knows what she's doing.
So now our next one is Grace from Your Next versus Jenny again.
I don't want to
Friday the
vote on
13th.
this one because
Jenny,
I'm Sean.
the Cinderella with the upsets. I'll go first. I think Jenny would not survive.
No,
Um,
she would not survive Jason.
dude,
She would not survive.
The family.
the family.
Yes.
I agree.
I think this one's very cut and dry. I don't think Jenny, as much as I like Jenny, I don't think she would survive the family of Your Next.
They're smart too, is why.
The family is very much.
The family is very
yeah.
smart. Jenny is more sweet, wholesome, like I had mentioned. She does go with.
It's
child
very much
psychologist.
faith that lets her survive.
Right.
You know,
a little bit of wits and
a little
smarts.
bit of wits and smarts, but definitely faith that lets her
Right.
survive being that wholesome girl out of this bunch.
Because I feel like Grace, she was such a badass in Ready or Not with that family.
I think Jason would kill Grace, to be honest.
A Grace to me is just it goes back to that cat-like survival, the 9 lives. Grace moves on. Jenny shouldn't even be here anymore. I agree. I think Grace would survive Jason for sure.
I think
Grace
would survive.
Grace
Jason.
would get her shit rocked and still keep going. Like Jason would probably think that she's
Right.
done and dealt with, and she'd still be alive
With
trying to
her-
escape
with her,
with the yellow
Converse.
Converse. Yeah.
Right.
I 100% think Grace.
Yeah.
Yes. Jenny shouldn't be here anymore.
She's gonna go here.
Grace survives this, man. I think Grace moves on.
Are y'all happy? Jenny's out. Leave me
Jenny
alone.
is out. She's out of the final.
Stop leaving me hate comments.
All right, Grace moves on.
So we have Tree versus Nancy. I think this one's pretty cut and dry here.
Do you really think?
Yeah.
He's gonna vote for Nancy.
I'm voting for Nancy. I think
Just
Nancy.
say Tree.
This one's a
Nancy
hard one.
overcomes. Do you think Tree could overcome a sleep demon?
She does.
Real quick, I'm gonna go off the comments. I think Grace would survive Jason for sure. Good Real Hunting says, I love Amy Steele, but love Samara Weaving more, so Amazing Grace wins. Mia says finisher. She's out, she's done.
Jenny's done, guys.
So this is easy for you. You think Nancy could survive
I think Nancy could survive. Happy
Death Day killer scenario.
scenario.
This is true.
I mean, she survived Freddy, who's an icon.
It's about waking up. Too,
You know,
And
it's about waking up.
So
Right.
I actually agree with you on this because as much as I love Tree and she's a great character, she almost feels like a Tina where she would be the opening kill.
Who? Tree.
She wouldn't. I don't think she's got what it takes
She's
to
on
go
Drew
up
Barrymore
against
shit.
Freddy. Nancy moves on. She's way more well rested this time.
True.
She'll be she will be more
Tree
rested.
is tired.
Yeah,
Right.
Nancy's gonna feel good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I vote Nancy. I vote Nancy. I think Nancy moves on in this round.
I'm gonna ask my dad what he thinks.
I think so too. Like I said, nothing against Tree, and not because I'm
Julian with the Nancy hate. Fuck Nancy, but yeah, she moves on.
So yeah, I mean, there we go. We have votes for
This
Nancy.
is a controversial bracket.
Nancy wins
The way
anyways.
it's playing out,
Doesn't
there's a
matter.
lot of controversy
I'm mad at myself.
between Mia and Ginny, and now Nancy. Both annoy me a little bit, but Nancy would survive.
Tree
Babyface
would get
fight.
demolished
Tree
by
would
Freddie.
get demolished
Yeah,
by
just
Freddie.
basically what
Yeah.
we're saying. Here with this.
It's again by
bracket.
someone who has multiple chances to survive versus some like just you
Yeah,
could get taken
yeah.
out immediately.
I think Tree, her movie logic would be completely eliminated.
Right.
And if she did have it, Freddie would just use it against her.
and he
Yes.
would
He
kill,
would just
kill all
torture
her friends who don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
he would kill all her friends that don't know what's going on, and he would just toy with her, and
Yes.
she would never win.
Well, I wrote down Nancy already. So.
So this one's gonna be. So we already know Nancy goes on. This is gonna be the hardest. I feel like to gauge.
Yes.
We've got Ripley versus Sarah.
This
Well,
is
not Ripley
hard.
versus Sarah. Would Sarah survive Alien? And would
Yeah,
Ripley
would-
survive the Terminator?
Right.
Dude, this is a tough matchup, man.
Very tough.
They
They're
are
both-
on
they're-
par with each other.
I feel
in
like they
everything.
are equal. I feel like both women are.
Like, you
equal.
cannot say anything to knock the other one down because they're both warriors.
They
They are in a league of their own.
They are.
Sarah and Ripley are warriors. In Terminator, Sarah turns herself into a fucking monster.
She does.
A machine. She's fucking doing 1,000 pull-ups in the mental institution every day.
She
You know?
has, and Ripley, she has just this. I don't know.
She leads the revolution.
She leads.
And I mean, and Ripley is a soldier. You know, Ripley.
Now, so we agree that both of them are the same. Now, how about who they're fighting against? Like Alien or
I
a
picture
robot
Sarah-
from a robot from the future. You have the T-1000.
And the thing is, I could picture both scenarios in my head, and they both still win those
They're both
scenarios.
equally
Right.
matched.
They're way
But so
too
then
equally matched.
who's tougher? Who's tougher? Is Alien tougher
No,
than the
here's what you gotta
T-1000?
say. Who has a bigger will to survive? And it's Sarah.
I think Sarah's
Brett
will to
says
survive
Sarah
is
has a better
crazy, man.
character arc.
Sarah does have a great character arc.
I think in the grand scope of things, right? Ripley is surviving for herself.
Sarah's surviving for
her
John.
son.
Yeah,
And I think that
we've
Sarah,
seen Sarah get her ass handed to her and still
go
make it
back for
through.
it because so I think that if Sarah was fighting the alien for her son for saving humanity, Sarah would do anything that she can in her will to beat up the alien. I feel Sarah should move on.
Gabe, I'm with you. I think Sarah moves on. I love Ripley. Ripley, again, is a warrior. She's almost too perfect. But I think Sarah having that edge of fighting for more than just herself.
Right.
And with each appearance that we see Sarah, she only gets better and better and better. And yeah, I'm going Sarah. My vote is Sarah. Let's see what we got in the chat.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a vote because I've not seen either.
Yeah, so
honestly.
Mia, I would have to go with Ripley because she's
No,
just unmatched.
I'm the worst moderator.
Mia is going with Ripley. We
so is
have
Connor.
Connor going with Ripley.
I've got Sarah in my texts from my dad.
We got good rule hunting for Sarah.
Julian for Sarah.
And Julian
Yeah,
for Sarah.
Bretman and Julian
Is
both say
Jessica
But
Sarah.
still
now,
here?
we have votes because we're not going against each other.
Yeah, in this
They're
round,
both
we
Gabe's
at this
picks.
point where they're your pick. So, but I'm going with Sarah.
I think Sarah moves on.
I think Sarah moves on, guys.
Sarah is the one.
That was a tough one, and they're way too equally matched.
They were.
Um,
So that's it for our Elite Eight. We're down to our final four.
We're down to the final
So
four.
we've
Wow.
got-
Final four.
Aaron versus Grace and Nancy versus Sarah now. So we're gonna start
Wow.
with Aaron versus Grace,
This is great.
which should be Aaron versus Mia. I know before you say it.
So
It's also funny how Lori just kind of completely like taking
Bye.
care of Lori. Just bye.
Lori got destroyed.
I'm
I
sorry.
voted for Lori.
Here's the thing: for this round, we are just gonna pick who is the most popular final girl.
Okay.
Okay.
Was that for this one or is that for the final?
for
one?
this is for this one.
And then what are we doing for the final?
For the final, it is a cumulation of everything that we had to vote on.
Oh,
Okay.
that makes sense.
Okay.
You know,
All
phases,
things considered.
all things considered, from the beginning to
I like that.
so
I
then
like
this one is who is more popular? Like who do you think has the higher pedigree within the horror community?
Which one?
Aaron.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So the first matchup, we're going Erin versus Grace.
Erin versus Grace.
I-
And we
I'm
have
saying-
a vote because at this point,
They're both Tonys now.
They're
as
both
well.
They're
Tony
both
is-
pretty much mine at this point.
yeah.
I say
okay.
Erin.
Everybody is saying Erin.
So Erin,
And you
which
know
is
what?
funny because I haven't seen
You haven't seen Your Next?
You're Next.
You should watch it.
Oh, wow.
She's very smart.
I thought you would have watched
and
it.
here's the thing.
So did I. but-
Even if okay,
so
let's
my
say
vote would be for Grace because I love Samara Weaving.
I
What?
love Samara Weaving. She's one of my favorite up-and-coming actresses. But I'm actually giving the vote to Erin.
Okay.
Still,
Samara
because
Weaving's
in the
cool.
horror community, that character has become so popular because of the impact she's left.
plus again it comes to Grace was lucky, Erin is smart
Erin
as
is,
shit.
Erin is very smart in what she does.
I think even if Mia had made it to the final, I still would have picked Erin over Mia.
Mia.
No, we don't talk about Mia no more.
I'm talking about Mia.
No more Mia. Mia's done.
But I'm
She's
talking
out.
about even if
All
she
right.
had made it.
I'm picking Erin.
still would've
I
picked
actually am
Erin.
picking Erin.
All
I'm
right.
with the chat, guys. I'm
The
Erin.
chat
wins
has
this.
one.
I've got Erin in here
So
too.
Erin moves on to the championship round.
All right, so now we have Nancy versus
Nancy
Sarah.
versus Sarah.
Nancy versus Sarah.
I mean, guys, pick what's in your heart when it comes to this. Who do you want to see in that final round?
I honestly want to see Nancy in the final round.
Jess is saying Sarah.
Mia saying she would have picked Erin over.
Okay,
Mia
so
as
all is
well.
forgiven then. I can still be in the final group.
Based on this Freddie tattoo here, right? I gotta go with Nancy.
So we got one vote for Nancy.
I gotta show out the gun.
Julian
a little
saying
bit.
Sarah.
Julian is saying Sarah.
Nancy is going. I don't know.
My dad says Nancy.
Yeah, I think Nancy. I think Nancy shows her maternal instincts in the
New Nightmare.
in New
New
Nightmare.
Nightmare.
She goes in and saves her son from Freddy.
Yeah, this is true.
Brett
Let's
says
see what the
Nancy.
chat. Everybody, I love Nancy more. Terminator's more of an action franchise to me. That is true. You have a
He's
good
right
point.
about Nancy being more popular than Sarah.
Nancy is definitely more popular than Sarah. Nancy.
Julian just doesn't like Nancy. Julian saying
just
everything
is,
but
like,
Nancy.
Saying everything but Nancy.
So is Jess saying also
doesn't
Sarah.
like Nancy over here, but she doesn't get a vote.
Okay, so what are we looking at here?
We're
guys?
looking here
Popular.
at Nancy moving on
I
to the
think we're
championship
looking
round.
at
Love
Nancy.
you. Mia, love you.
We're looking at Nancy moving on.
Nancy's moving on.
Well, now she's about to lose, in my opinion.
Nancy moves on to the final
All
Nancy.
round.
right, the final
It's Nancy
two.
versus Erin.
We have Nancy versus Erin.
Nancy versus Erin for the championship round, and this is all things considered, right? This is,
I agree.
Everything
Everything that they've
if
talked
Erin
about.
could beat Freddy, and if Nancy could beat,
It's everything considered: popularity, who they can beat, how well equipped they are, everything about this character that you can think of. Do they come out on top? Who is the best final
Right.
girl,
Who
guys?
is the
Out of
best?
this bracket
Out
of
of Erin and
girls.
Nancy.
Why don't you start by putting them into each other's universe?
Like, okay, if Erin had to go up against Freddy, what would happen?
Erin
Would she
still
beat him?
wins. Erin, I mean, if Erin can win in the real life, she's gonna know how to conquer him in the dream world. I think it's gonna be relatively easy
Right.
for her to figure
But
out.
I feel like Nancy could also take on Homer Intruder. She could take on the demon and
Also consider their
intruding
age.
her mind.
Honestly, man, I love
With a
Nancy.
16-year-old girl.
I love Nancy, but at the end of the day, Nancy only knows how to deal with a supernatural force like Freddy. Dealing with these real issues with men with actual weapons coming at her from all sides and having to use that John Wick-like mentality to figure out, okay, somebody's coming here, got somebody shooting at me here. She's not going to win.
But Nancy has to deal with Freddy. She doesn't know
I
when
know,
he's
but
going to
if
come in.
Nancy in that scenario, does Nancy win against those invaders?
Yes, because she's
No.
been
No.
Nancy wins because she's been trained against Freddy and what Freddy's going to come, what Freddy's going to do, what type of version of Freddy is she going to get. She has come up against multiple Freddys and taken them all on. She's
But
taking off real
exclude
life.
Freddy for the first
She's
time.
taking off.
Does Nancy win against not 3 home invaders, but 3 home invaders plus 2 people in on the inside job as well?
She does.
And how is she going to do this?
Kevin McAllister.
McAllister.
She doesn't have time to prepare. As great as Nancy is, Nancy does not have time to prepare in this scenario, man. And Julian, this ain't the dream world, Gabe. Nancy
Julian
can
just
only
hates
handle one
Nancy.
dude at a time.
Julian hates Nancy.
This is true. And then Brett says April Fool's. Erin is the final girl.
And also, jerk off. Wet girls are here. In case anyone wants to know.
Yeah, in case
You probably can't see it now. Oh, there it goes
No,
again.
there they go again.
Naked HD.
They're trying to come in hard.
They're trying to come in hard.
They vote. What's your vote, Naked
All right,
HD?
so President CM.
Wet girls here. Make your vote.
Connor says Erin has to win. She could beat Freddie. She has more skills, better arguments, all of that.
Is this another
Combining
one that hasn't been
everything, it will
blocked?
be shocking if Nancy wins. Dude, my final vote is Erin. It's not Nancy. I don't think Nancy comes out on top.
We need to let Wet Girls Are Here vote, I think.
Okay, well, apparently I'm the man. I'm the odd man out here. Everybody is going with Erin.
Is Erin the final girl?
Erin is the final girl. She gets the championship belt here.
Erin is your final girl.
Could I
I don't know how to scroll from here, Tony.
Can I send
the
it
clip.
to her?
Can you send this to Erin?
Can I send
Erin's
it
the
to her?
final
You gotta
girl,
keep
guys.
going down.
I don't have a clip for
Oh,
Erin.
you don't
No.
have you didn't upload those?
No. Erin is the final girl.
I had a thing made for Erin, but now apparently we don't have it.
Erin's the
wow.
final girl.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling she was going to make it all the way.
Well, like I was saying, I still would have picked her against any of these other people, I feel like.
I
if
feel like
Gail had won.
Erin had both. She had a lot of the luck of us drawing the cards for this. Her matchups were pretty. She was wiping the floor with everybody.
Right. I mean,
She's just smart. And like if it's against actual killers, which is what most of these people are, she could outsmart them because of that.
Now, I will say, I think she would lose against Sarah and Ripley, but I think the
Oh,
popularity
yeah.
vote,
You can't survive a fucking alien.
the popular vote of Ripley and Sarah kind of like took them out of it.
right.
But if we were going objectively, they probably would have won it all. But
Right.
Erin's the final girl, man.
Sarah would've
Erin,
won it all if you were going
Yeah.
Erin's the final girl. Connor agrees with this. She's the best final
Erin
girl
is the
overall
female
for me.
Rambo.
She could have beat anyone. Brett, man, what a good point. Erin's the female Rambo. She really is, man.
And they don't expect it either.
What movie is that?
You're next.
This is the film You're
Have you seen
Next.
that movie?
No.
You guys should watch it
I need to
tonight.
Watch that movie.
It's
Yeah,
fucking
I'm
brutal.
gonna watch her next tonight.
So this was an episode. This was a crazy
So
episode.
do you like my idea that we did this year? For this year?
What did we do?
This?
Oh yeah, this is
Yeah.
a good idea. This is a great
The
idea.
final girl match.
The final girl matchup. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. It was fun. So sorry about Mia, obviously.
I'm
because
not.
I would have had Mia go all the way up until
Listen, yeah.
the second.
But like I
round at
said,
least.
even if I had said Mia, I still would have chosen Erin over Mia.
But not to knock Ginny because she's my favorite Friday final girl. She's the best
Yeah.
in the franchise.
I
bar none,
fucking
man.
love Mia.
I don't count Tina with her fucking like psychic powers or whatever.
This should be annual. I agree.
You know,
We should do final girls from like 2010s and on sometime. I
We
guess that's
should.
most of these guys.
no, but I mean, I feel like this is a format that
Yeah,
we could
more
bring up
brackets.
every March.
We
could
might want to do
brackets.
a action hero matchup.
We could do an
the
action.
John Wicks, the Commandos,
Final boys.
John-
Final Boy.
the Final Boys.
Yeah.
Any of those Stallone movies. Connor, I want more brackets. I want it to be annual.
That
Mia
just means
says
more
Erin.
people?
Erin put in work. This could be a really cool thing to do that we could bring up again, whether it be in March, maybe come October. Do
We
some
could do
movie
We
matchups.
could do a horror movie October bracket.
Yeah.
And does Erin go against whoever wins that next one?
No,
No,
this
it just would be
a
different.
new-
Another
Erin's the
year?
champion.
Okay.
Erin
Erin's the-
won.
Erin-
Erin's the
the
champion
final
of
girl.
April
Erin is the-
2022.
Erin is the final girl.
We could do Halloween movie brackets for
That's Halloween.
That's
You
movie.
guys let us. Well,
Yeah, that's
you let us
true.
know what would you like us to do as the next bracket. We got a couple of shows coming up down the line that are going to be really cool that we already have planned out. But what would you like to see done as the next bracket? Seeing me and Gabe argue this out, debate, having you guys chime in what your opinions are.
yeah.
What do we want to see? Best horror
Horror
killer
killer, yep.
for October.
That's
like that.
Freddy already, Connor. That's Freddy. We all know that. It's Freddy's the best horror
I
killer.
would love to do that, man. We could
I
get
agree.
some really good stuff
I
in there.
actually really like Jason, too.
We get Mikey
He's
in
there.
there, Jason.
Action heroes.
Julian saying action heroes. He likes the action heroes.
Best scenes
idea.
in Morbius.
We can actually, you know what?
The best action hero, though.
I like that one,
is,
Mia.
It's
Haunted
Arnold Schwarzenegger in Last Action Hero.
So I actually have a great idea. We can do the best horror killers for October. Horror movies that have to do with on Halloween. That's
we
a
could
great
just
idea,
do
Mia.
a whole October of brackets. Every week.
Honestly,
we have a
every
bracket.
week we can have a bracket come October. Real quick, action heroes, Julian. We could probably sneak that in for the release of Top Gun Maverick, which we're both excited for. obviously Uncle Tommy, he's an action hero, so we might as well do an action bracket.
I'm all in for Miles Teller.
I love Miles Teller.
I love Miles Teller.
So yeah,
He's this generation's John Cusack.
My favorite action hero is Harry Styles in Dunkirk.
Anyway, guys, thank you for
That's my
tuning
bracket.
in.
Thank you for tuning in.
Come watch me, Mia, Destiny, and Winter on the Final Ghouls on Sunday. We're going to be doing movies that are hard to get through, hard to eat through. That's going to be on Instagram. Follow me.
And you can follow us on Twitter
Yep.
at Flopbuster
YT.
We got Tony Crespo Sucks on Instagram.
We have the Facebook page.
Capital Cookie for myself on
We'll
Instagram.
link it all in the description.
But let's grow the community, guys. Thank you, Connor. Thanks, Mia, Julian,
Thank you
Brett,
guys for
man.
watching.
My
Strange
dad,
Monkey.
Jessica.
Give Tony that belt. I definitely need that belt, man. My
Erin
girl went
wants-
through
This
all the way.
WrestleMania style.
Your girl.
My girl went all the way in. But thank you guys. But what I really want to say is let's grow this channel. Let's get more people on here. We definitely want to grow the community. We want this to be a community of loving film, talking about film, not just horror movies, but all kinds
I
of
feel
movies.
like Razor Ramon with this championship belt.
R.I.P. man.
Cowboy shit.
Go ahead. You can say it. I'll let you say cowboy shit.
Cowboy shit.
But
You don't know, Chico. You don't know how
Next
it's like.
week,
yes, next week we got a cool announcement. We're gonna actually have Brett on the show.
from Good Real Hunting.
Yes, he's gonna be
Period.
talking about summer horror movies.
Summer horror movies next week.
Yeah. Thank you, Connor. Listen, man, everybody's done a great job of
Same Mia.
of helping this channel grow. We started with a certain amount of subscribers, and we've grown
did.
like well over 100 within a month and a half. So.
Oh, there it goes.
There we go. We're
If
back
it froze
on.
for a second.
It froze for a second.
We're
Sorry,
almost
guys.
done anyways.
No, but I want to thank you guys for tuning in, helping us this channel grow. 250 is right around the corner. We're going to grow the community. Summer horror is right around the corner next week. There's 5 movies we're talking about there. So if you have any other summer horror movies that you love, go ahead, shout them out in the comments. Come that episode. Can't wait to have Brett on for that.
and you'll
Tony,
also be on Brett's channel next week too, as well, right?
the following week we will also be on Good Real Hunting. I believe that's on April 14th.
We will.
But go ahead, let us know what you guys think of this episode. Share, tell everybody you know to come join the Flopbuster community. Have them come get their membership at Flopbuster. Until next time, Tony, Gabe, Victoria, signing off.